one I've been waiting for. I have done a few vehicles with this over the last few days, but I thought this would be a great one to show you guys. We're going to put D.Quartz GO, the new coating from CARPRO, on this new ZL1 Camaro. It has 500 miles on it. We need to get washed. It's a little dirty, so we're going to get it washed, and then tomorrow we will get to work on paint correcting it and getting it coated, and give you my review of the new coating from CARPRO. But I can tell you, it's awesome. It is everything that UK was and much, much more. I have it on some test panels on my truck already for a while, and I am blown away with how great it is. So we'll get the foam cannon out here, get some water and some soap, and we'll get this thing washed, get it in the garage, and get to work. Here we go. Alright guys, got the car dried off, went over it with a eraser, starting to mark off all the trouble spots. There's quite a few love marks in this thing. All these scratches here. And then just all that swirling. That's just from washing it basically without a coating on it. Pretty gnarly scratch right there. Across there. You can just see all the swirling in it. This color does a good job of, when it's not in really harsh light, hiding everything, which is nice. But with the inspection lights on this stuff, you can see it. But the biggest thing I've noticed up here in the hood, another couple good scratches right there. That one sucks. Is if you look in the hood right here, see this circle. I'll put this light right in the center of it. See that circle? Someone has taken a DA, there you go, you can really see it, that white circle right there. Someone has taken a DA polisher, or I mean a rotary polisher, and just set it on the hood right there. And I mean, I don't know how good it'll show up when I get up in here with the light, but it's chewed up. I'm thinking maybe the car had a scratch and the dealer body shop just said, oh, I'll get that scratch out, and just threw the rotary on it and then never finished polish it. But we're talking about an $82,000 car here. I don't know. It's really weird. But I think I can get this out where you won't notice it. But that is wild. There you go. I can really see it. Right there. Big circle from, it looks like, I bet if I grabbed a 6-inch rotary disc and set it on there, it'd be exactly that size. And it kind of comes up here. It's like the rotary spun on him and it kicked off, and then the guy said, oh man, I should not be doing this, and he stopped. But yeah, you can see right there where the rotary kicked. So you got this perfect circle, and then you got where it ran away on him right there. Most of this is pretty superficial, will come out, but it's definitely got some spots that there was something in towels when stuff was getting wiped off. And to be honest, that's the biggest thing ceramic does for you guys, is it prevents these love marks, I call them. I see all the love marks in the hood here. Some pretty good scratches, especially up by the cowl here. I find that typically the hood has some of the worst scratches on it, and the reason for that is people have leverage. They lean on the hood when they dry it off or washing it. They're pushing way harder here than they would when they're washing a car this way. I noticed the hood's roofs, you know, where you have more leverage pushing against stuff. The deck lid back here that we saw the scratches on, it's typically seen to have more scratches than the side for a car that is you know, well loved and taken care of. All right, guys. Well, I had to do one test panel just so I can sleep better tonight before the football game. And this thing is gonna look just bonkers. And we're making mirrors over here. I'm gonna show you guys the program I did. Some people may disagree with this, but this is what I do on these newer cars that have marks in them. So we're running Ultra Cut on a blue pad. So we're putting a bunch of scratches in this thing, but we're mowing it down. We're getting this clear as flat as I possibly can. And then what I'm doing is I'm jumping up to CARPRO Fixer on a yellow pad. And I'm using that on the Bigfoot. And then what I'm doing is I'm sticking with the yellow pad, and I'm running Essence as my primer and my, you know, my final polish gloss. So most people say you probably don't need to do a 3-stage correction on a newer car like this, but if you want the paint to look like that, you do. You got to get everything out of it and then walk it back. Remember, there was 2 real serious scratches right here. Those are obviously mowed down and gone. So yeah, that's the program. It's gonna be a 3-stage correction, but it's Saturday night. My Detroit Lions are playing tonight, so I'm not gonna get going on this thing till tomorrow morning. So we'll pick back up tomorrow morning. Go day 2. We're gonna get after it. Goal today is gonna be to try to get this thing basically done, polished. It's New Year's Eve, so I'm gonna work too late. This customer's not in a huge rush. So he's, you know, I don't really have to work on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but got a bunch of stuff in the queue. So we're going to try to get this thing as far as we can today. So let's get after it. Here we go. Alright guys, got that door done. Looks pretty awesome. Just to give you guys an idea, that time lapse was 36 minutes. So I had 36 minutes just on this one door to make it look like glass. So yeah, when people ask why this costs what it costs, that's why it costs what it costs. Between those two that fender and that door, I'm in this thing an hour and 15 minutes or so already. So that adds up. You know, every fender is a half hour, the hood's an hour, the rear, you know, it all adds up. And that's why it is what it is. But I'm real happy with how this is coming out. It's going to look so good with D.Quartz on it. I'm really impressed with this coating. We're going to top coat it too with SIC, so it will be glossy, glossy, glossy. Anyway, back to work. Let's go. This side of the car polished, this side of the hood, and then you just saw me do the center. This side of the hood is not polished yet or cut. But if you guys remember, there was a big giant circle right here. So off camera, I hit that with a microfiber pad and shock to cut, real heavy cutting compound. Then you saw I still had to keep working on it. There was a bunch of pigtails in that from the rotary, but we got all that out. Came out super nice. This hood is such a pain to polish. I mean, it's coming out awesome. The gloss is killer, but man, all these tight spots in here, having to use a little polisher, total bummer. Like a ZR1 hood, that stays. This outside part comes up, so you can polish that center section a lot easier. Kind of a bummer on this car. I mean, it's not a bummer, it looks sweet, but just really sucks to polish. All right, we got one half of this thing done today. It's 5 o'clock. I'm just gonna call it. Go watch a little football. It's New Year's Eve. But boy, oh boy. Come on with it. This paint is coming out just insane, guys. When I say flawless, I mean it's flawless. It's ridiculous. I cannot wait to get D.Quartz on this. The back is not done yet. Just this side. Look at this thing. Oh, wait! Alright, pick back up tomorrow morning. Happy New Year. Peace. Alright, we're back. It's New Year's Day. It's been kind of nice. This customer's let me work on this car over break, so I'm kind of taking my time, which is great. So we're going to make it perfect. You know, that's something I got asked by a competitor. You know, do you try to make every car perfect? Yeah, I do. Every car, I want it to look like it was mine. My name's attached to this when it leaves, so I'm trying to make it perfect. And this car, we can make absolutely perfect. It's going to leave perfect, flawless, totally perfect. You know, it might be harder with something with 100,000 miles that's gone through a car wash 500 times in its life, but I'm still trying to make it as perfect as I can possibly make it. You know, being a car guy, I think is a huge advantage in this industry because I treat these cars like they're mine. If you're into detailing and just trying to turn out cars, get them coated, on to the next one, and you're not a car guy, I think it's a disadvantage. I mean, maybe it's catch-22 because I'm a little more anal than someone else might be, and you know, for the average customer, they're probably not gonna care if it's not perfect. But we're going to make this car perfect, and it's coming out amazing, guys. So I'm going to get back to work here, and I'm going to try to get this thing totally paint corrected today, and then Tuesday, when he's going to pick it up tomorrow night, we will get this thing coated. So here we go, back to work. Let's get it. Remember, when you're doing a convertible, always put the top down. There's always going to be a tonneau cover. There's a bunch more paint that needs to be corrected and coated. Some detailers will skip that, but this has to be done too. This is paint. So we're going to tape all this off and we're going to polish this. Alright guys, she is done being polished. Get ready to watch my Wolverines play, so I'm going to hang it up for the night. It's been a long day on this thing, but it is finally totally paint corrected. It looks killer. Really happy. Really happy with the results. A lot of work, a lot of hours on this car so far, but Well, that's what it takes if this is kind of the result you're looking for, guys. And we're back. Here we go. Time to get this thing coated. We are going to be putting D.Quartz GO on it, and we're going to be top coating it with SIC. Now, if you talk to CARPRO, they say this is fine as a single layer, that it holds up great. But they also say if you do want to top coat it, add a little bit more slickness, add a little bit more gloss, then SIC is the way to go. I've done a few vehicles already with this combo. I can tell you it comes out awesome. As an installer, obviously, you know, it's a little bit more time consuming to do 2 coats. But again, doing the right thing sometimes isn't always the easiest thing. So we're going to put 2 coats on this thing and make sure it is fully protected and ready to go. Let's get it. Alright, here we go. It's been 6 minutes. Towel's got a little bit of drag to it. That's what you're looking for. Still 2 towel method like I do on every car. The D.Quartz on. Just made it our way around the whole car. Looks killer. This coating is definitely not as slick as something like Cerakote when you initially put it on. And that we take care of with SIC. This is a top coat. I've been using this since it came out over UK. 3.0. This is an awesome top coat. Gives you that slickness, brings out even more gloss, which is hard to believe looking at how this car looks right now. And it's super hydrophobic. The water behavior of this is second to none. So we're going to go back around the car now. You got to wait at least an hour, between an hour and 3 hours to get a second coat on. It's nice and warm in here, so we're going to go around the car now with SIC and see how that looks. And we're done. Came out sick. Flip the camera around here, show you guys the final result. Alright guys, so that's that. Came out killer. I do have this on a test panel on my truck. Next video I post, I will post a video of what that actually looks like after I get maybe 10, 15 washes on it. But yeah, I'm really excited to start getting it on more and more vehicles. But I hope you guys like this one. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Peace!